Hey guys, what's going on? Great to the B to the T to the C here, reporting live from my hotel room, which I have locked myself for the next 13 months of the bull run and print life-changing gains, as you also might expect. So quickly, this is a bull run update. Bitcoin vulnerability has been reported to the National Institute of Standards and Technology in America. And there is speculation as we speak that this might hinder the filing of BlackRock's ETF because the SEC might use this as a case to say, look, we cannot issue an ETF to something that has this vulnerability. And I'm wondering why nobody is talking about it. So we will look at what's going on as far as Bitcoin and what this means to Bitcoin and what might happen. Should you be concerned? Is the price going to crash because of this? Is the ETF still a given? Or maybe things might change and shock everybody because this bull run is built on the narrative of the ETF incoming, and recently we've seen a report of Bitcoin's vulnerability. My name is Great BTC, and if you enjoy things like this and crypto alpha every day, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, leave a comment, and follow me on Twitter as Great BTC. But first, definitely let's look at what is going on in the market. Let's jump on screen. All right, supposed to be like this. There we go. All right, so this is the report that we will be looking at. NVD flags Bitcoin's inscription as a cyber security risk. That is the main news. And if you go to the NVD's website, you will be able to see the report here of Bitcoin's core and what is being discussed. So part of this, maybe you don't know what's going on, is the reason why the Bitcoin fees right now are so high that it's so expensive to transact on Bitcoin. And I will give you guys a little bit of history of what is going on based on this article. So the United States National Vulnerability Database flagged Bitcoin's inscriptions as a cybersecurity risk on the 9th of December, bringing attention to the security flaw that allowed the development of Ordinals protocols in 2022. You hear that? So the Ordinals that we have been enjoying and making money from actually are a result of a vulnerability in Bitcoin's code. Database records show that a data carrier limit can be bypassed by masking the data as code in some Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Notes versions, as exploited in the wild by Inscriptions in 2022 and 2023, according to the NVD document. Being added to the United States National Vulnerability Database means that a specific cybersecurity vulnerability has been documented, recognized, cataloged, and deemed important for public awareness. The NVD database is managed by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, an agency of the United States Department of Commerce. The network vulnerability is currently under analysis. One potential impact of this vulnerability is that it could lead to large amounts of non-transactional data spamming the blockchain. This could potentially increase network size, adversely impacting performance and fees on the network. And this is a post of a Bitcoin developer, Luke-JR, who is now popular by being a super anti-Ordinals person on Twitter. And there are rumors that he is the one who reported this to the NVD. And just so that you know, anybody, even you, can report anything on to the NVD. So it's not really that the NVD was doing some kind of research and they found out about what's going on here. So Luke made a massive tweet about this, and this is the original tweet. All right. And I will explain to you guys what this is being what is this being deemed as among the Bitcoin community. Some people say this might be an attack from the government agencies trying to destroy Bitcoin, but let's find out. So this is Luke. He came out here and says, PSA, inscriptions are exploiting vulnerability in Bitcoin's core to spam the blockchain. Bitcoin Core has since 2013 allowed users to set a limit on the size of extra data in transactions they relay or mine. data carrier size. By obfuscating the data as program code, Inscriptions bypass this limit. This bug was recently fixed in Bitcoin nodes 25.1. It took longer than usual due to my workflow being severely disrupted at the end of last year. V24 was skipped entirely. Bitcoin's core is still vulnerable in the upcoming V26 release. I can only hope it will finally get fixed before V27 next year. So to give you a little bit of background, this Luke guy is actually from Ocean Protocol. Not Ocean Protocol, but Ocean Mining. Ocean Mining is a company that is led by Jack Dorsey. It's a new company created for mining. It's a mining pool that allows to basically make it easier for normal average people to participate in Bitcoin mining. And as you may know, miners have some kind of control over what happens to Bitcoin. However, this is very difficult. On one hand, for miners, this is good because the standard block reward for Bitcoin, if you mine a block, you're supposed to receive 6.25 Bitcoins. But as of yesterday, we have seen blocks being mined with a reward of 12 Bitcoins or more, which means miners are making a lot of money through this. Why are miners making a lot of money, or what does he mean by this? It means that when you're sending a Bitcoin, let's say one Satoshi, right, 100,000th of a Bitcoin, you can attach some other data on top of it, whether it's images, whether it's audio or JSON files. Now, this is what has given birth to the Bitcoin Ordinals. If you go to Magic Eden, which we have looked at already on this channel, we have been trading NFTs on Bitcoin called Ordinals or Inscriptions. And some of them have reached $20,000 for an NFT, which likely on this channel we invested on some of this stuff early at $30. But what's happening is that these NFTs are clogging the network on Bitcoin because transaction fees are based on competition. Somebody else has to pay more to allow the transaction to get through. So when people are minting new NFTs or trading NFTs or creating new NFTs all the time, they're adding so much heavy workload on the Bitcoin network, which makes it almost unusable for people who just want to send money. And according to Bitcoin maximalists, they believe that the network of Bitcoin was created only for financial transactions of Bitcoin, not anything else. So this is being considered an attack on Bitcoin. In fact, others have actually alluded to say that this is potentially an attack on Bitcoin by intelligence agencies to destroy it. Like Grambos here on Twitter, which Luke retweeted as well. He says, if I was a state intelligence agency, I would just disguise myself as an inscription-related project with bright Looney Tunes colors and then just bribe miners with 4 megabytes transactions ad infinitum. Clearly, it's the perfect attack that cannot be criticized, else you get cancelled. So what he's talking about is that with Ordinals right now, there are two mindsets and there are two types of people that are looking at it. You got Bitcoin miners, on the other hand, that are celebrating because they're making more money by being Bitcoin miners, which might also mean that this is the future of Bitcoin because, the Bitcoin issuance is meant to go down over time, right? The emission rate. And you ask yourself, okay, so if let's say the mining reward gets extremely low, like -1 at that point, even if the Bitcoin price is high, let's say if we mine all the Bitcoins out of the system, what will the miners get? This to miners is another way of how they will be able to make money by people transacting on top of the Bitcoin network in other forms of commerce other than just Bitcoin itself. So they're already making more money, they're celebrating, no problem. Now there are others who are more maximalist, they say, no, this is an attack because Bitcoin network might become unusable completely. And that is what's happening. So is it the CIA that's doing this? I don't think so, because that would be a very, very a very expensive method of trying to destroy Bitcoin, in my opinion. But before we get ahead of ourselves and look at something interesting that I want to show you guys, how can you exploit this opportunity? This can be opportunity that could make you a lot of money if you make the right move, because this incident is going to lead to two directions, either two at the same time or one direction, but it's going to be two of the things that I will tell you right now in this video. But before we get there, let's give thanks to our sponsors in this video. Our first sponsor is obviously the Crypto University. If you want to 100x your crypto IQ and succeed in crypto by joining a community of people, of degens that are doing crypto 24/7, if you don't want to miss out on new trends, new coins, new NFTs, pre-sales, and a support system, join the Crypto University Alpha group. I'm in there myself and also other experts, and we're there to hold your hand to make sure that you don't fail at crypto. Link is in the description below, or you can go to cryptouniversity.network. All the benefits are all here. You can see them around me. If you join in there, you will be able to talk to me directly and others. To give you an example, the Bitcoin frogs that are selling for $20,000 right now, in the Alpha group, we bought them at $30 to $200. We're so early. For Sats, coins like Sats, we actually minted at the very beginning when it just started, before anybody else knew about it. So it's definitely a net positive for your crypto investment strategy and success, and I recommend that you join. It's paid, but it is worth it because you will make your money back as long as you be active in the group. You also get free courses that include things like Ordinals, trading derivatives, and perpetual swaps, and NFTs, and everything that you might want to know. All right, let's keep going to what might happen to Bitcoin, considering that this is a reality. I don't think that the vulnerability is going to affect much. It might just be used by the media, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think anything we should be worried about as much. However, what will happen, because the co-founder of Bitcoin, Adam Back, the co-creator who was part of who was talking to Satoshi and he contributed to Bitcoin, actually is supporting Ordinals, which had surprised a lot of Bitcoin maxis. He says that this is good for Bitcoin. It will bring a lot of new people in. And also at Blockstream, they have been creating a lot of technology because they could foresee these kind of problems. So the new thing on Bitcoin might be a layer 2 solutions. Just like on Ethereum network is so slow and heavy. Other solutions like Polygon, Arbitrum came into the space, and a lot of Ethereum transactions are actually mostly taking place on layer 2s first. Bitcoin layer 2 solutions are more likely what to scale and grow. We have already seen it. The number one layer 2 solution for Bitcoin that is popular already to people like myself who are following is Stacks network. Stacks is basically a layer for Bitcoin programmability. It allows for smart contracts to be built on Bitcoin, and I can see a lot of inscriptions going through the Stacks network or other protocols that will develop. So you have to basically create a strategy to get onto these Bitcoin layer 2 solutions. Number two, likely to happen is that we might see a split because of this. A new Bitcoin might be created that, just like we used to only have one Bitcoin, and now we have Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, because of difference in ideology in the Bitcoin community, and this has always happened. If there is no reconciliation and people don't flood into layer 2s, if layer 2s are not the solution, we might see a split on the Bitcoin network, which I don't really like the sound of that, because the main Bitcoin layer still stays positive, and we have seen that most of the folks actually just never makes it. They fail after that. So my hope is that we get into layer 2, and that's why I'm currently minting a lot of layer 2 based coins, and I'm following every single step of what's happening in the Bitcoin ecosystem right now, because I think in this coming bull run, Bitcoin ecosystem would dominate everything, that all these other chains might become irrelevant actually. You get to ask yourself, so what will be the value proposition of Cardano, of XRP, if Bitcoin is now becoming more programmable and there's a lot of value, total value locked. Now, if you want to follow more on this, I will be doing a live stream minting live, because a lot of the tokens that are getting started in the Bitcoin ecosystem, tokens are basically being minted out for free. It's a free airdrop for everybody who is paying attention. Last night there was a Stacks minting, and today there's another one, and there's so many others. The NFTs, their tokens. I will be doing a live mint on the Crypto University YouTube channel. Link is in the description. Make sure you go to that channel, you subscribe, and you watch that live stream where I will be minting live. So if you don't know anything how to do that, just follow along. For those of you guys who are in the Alpha group, tomorrow we have a session together. So I'll be showing you really cool stuff. I've been already sending you a lot of alpha in there for things to do, mint this, mint that nobody even know in the market. We're so early on a lot of things. Tomorrow we have a session together, Q&A, and I'll also be able to show you really, really hot stuff. All right, if you're not in the Alpha group, make sure you do it now. If you want to trade, our sponsor of this video, Bybit, is giving up to $30,000 bonus if you create an account, deposit, and make your first trade. As long as you deposit a minimum of $100, you actually will claim a free welcome bonus, which you can use to trade with. Okay, so use the link in the description to create a Bybit account with my link. The code is also in the description below if you download the app, and take advantage of all the benefits that come for watching this YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video, of course. Peace.